Hey guys, this is Simcha Brick with day one of this year's Week of Chesed. I want to kick this off by talking about something that was actually from this past week's Parsha. It was in Kedoshim, one of the most important lines in the entire Torah, definitely one of the most important lines when it comes to Chesed, and that is, Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, I heard something interesting from a rabbi named Rabbi David Foreman. What he talks about is he zooms in at the beginning of the previous line in the Torah. Now, it says there, you shall not hate your brother in your heart. In your heart, let's think about that. In your heart is a condition, isn't it? So imagine I said something like, do not hate your neighbor on Tuesdays. What am I implying? I'm implying that all the other times you are allowed to hate your neighbor. So it seems to be saying that hatred is only not allowed in your heart. Shouldn't the Torah just say, just never hate anybody? Just never feel hatred? Like, wouldn't that be good? Why doesn't it do that? So Rabbi David Foreman wants to suggest that the do not hate your brother in your heart is a hint that makes those two psukim that we just saw a formula for the end of Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. So it can't be that the Torah is talking about you purposefully generating an angry, mean thought about someone, right? But the Torah is, we know, very sensitive to our natural way of being, right? The Torah gives us an opportunity to bring sin offerings, to do tshuva, right? Why would the Torah do that if it knew or it expected us to never sin, right? The Torah knows who we are. The Torah knows that we make mistakes sometimes. So in this case, the Torah knows that sometimes we may not be wanting to hate, but hatred will happen to us. Someone will do something that upsets us or affects us in a wrong way. And we can't necessarily help natural emotional response of aggravation or resentment or sadness or something like that, right? The problem comes in when you hold that inside. When you hold it inside and say, it's fine, I don't care even, like, I'm not going to think about it, that's when you will subtly start to act evilly towards your neighbor. So what follows? Do not hold a grudge. Do not take revenge. Speak out, tochacha. Surely go out and reprimand someone. Let them know right now. It's a little more complicated than that, but the idea there is you've got to let that hatred out. And how do you let it out? You go talk to the person that you're upset with. Now, typically 3 things happen when you speak to somebody that you're upset with. The first is maybe the worst for a lot of people. You find out that you are in the wrong, right? You find out that you were being unfair, that you don't really deserve to be angry, something like that. And either way, though it's a little humbling for you, the situation dissipates. The second one is you find out that you misunderstood. You say, hey, I saw you doing this and this, and the person says, actually, I think you might have not seen it correctly, explains what really happened, and you realize, oh, I didn't even need to be mad about this. There was nothing going on. He didn't mean anything, I just misunderstood. And the third situation is the person actually did mean to hurt you, and they actually did do something wrong. And you know what happens when you present in front of them? Somebody, you say to them, you hurt me, you let me down, like you offended me. Most of the time, in my experience, people will apologize and the situation will dissipate. That's 3 situations where the situation will totally dissipate as long as you let it out. Now, maybe every once in a while in life, you'll meet the kind of mean-spirited, angry individual who says, yes, I hurt you, and I meant to hurt you, and I'm glad you're hurt. But honestly, I've never seen that in my life when you approach people. But even if that happened, the hatred would still be outside your heart. It would still be out in the world, and you can see, it's like, okay, fine, that's going to be him. I'm just going to move on. You can feel like sometimes, maybe you've had this experience, when you air something out, even if it doesn't resolve the way you want it to, you still feel better. And you still feel above the need to subtly, maybe passive-aggressively even, attack the person. And you can go on and live and love your neighbor as yourself. Guys, that's it for now. I hope you have a great week of chesed, that you have a lot of luck with all of the good things that you're going to do. Don't forget, don't do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you great. And you're great. I'll see you soon, Southwest.